This guy stops me as I'm leaving and goes, "Are you famous or you're not, okay? You're famous, those guys reckon you are you?" And then finally, I gave him an answer that I was pretty happy to walk away from. I still had my pride intact. Finally bit the bullet and said, "Okay, mate, I'll quantify my level of fame for you. In the city where I live, if I have to go to a cafe and have to use their bathroom, when I walk into the toilet cubicle, if I see that there's poo on the inside of the bowl, I feel like I've got to pee that poo off. Because if I walk out of the cubicle and someone's waiting and they recognise my face, they'll think that's my poo."
So it's very, very specific. The struggle's real. Would you please welcome Dave Thornton?
Thank you guys. Do you know what's crazy about it? A very funny piece of comedy, and I'm sure that must be quite traumatic, but when I use a public toilet and it's not clean in there, I walk out and I say, "Hi, my name's Dave Thornton." I don't know if that relates to it in any way, but yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying that plastic surgery and trip to Turkey's really worked well. Look at him. He looks so youthful, it's amazing. Now, fame is a burden, let's be honest, and I'm sitting across from
Sam wouldn't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was listening and learning then.
Well, I found out about a certain level of fame only recently because I was at Acme. People know that in Fed Square.
Yeah. Great place.
The acronym for,
Contemporary.
some kind of exhibition stuff.
Moving...
Yeah, one of those.
Moving image.
Exactly.
Moving image, yes.
As you can see, it was my partner's idea. And we were there. And while I was waiting to go into this exhibition, there was this setup of all of Australian celebrities and a bit of history about Australian TV.
Oh.
And you really know you've made it when you've been immortalised on toast.
Oh.
Because I stood there looking at these faces. Can you recognise the man in the middle there?
That
is Ali.
You're not looking your best, but it is you.
Yeah, he looked slightly concerned.
You see how you go on toast, Tony?
I reckon you need a new toaster, I reckon.
And also, you know what? Inaccurate, because there's no way you're white bread. You could be wholemeal.
More dark rye, maybe?
Yeah.
That's so true, Kate. It's not often his name is followed by Wonder What. You usually hear that. And it was also Ramadan when I saw it, so I didn't want to text it to you.
Oh, yeah, respectful.
That's the reason it was still there.
Yeah.
I could have...
You sent it to him after sundown.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, he's on TV, he doesn't like carbs, so I didn't send him anything.
Very good. Hey, so you're doing a tour.
Absolutely,
You're going around the place, but you're heading out of the big cities. The wild, mean streets of Brunswick. You're going beyond them, my friend.
That's right. There's a lot more latrines out in the country that I've got to pee the poo off.
Yeah. Why? Why do you want to hit the regions?
Well, Comedy Festival here in Melbourne has just finished up and it does an amazing job. And there's festivals all over the country that comedians all go through. But I thought this year I wanted to go out because I know, especially at my time of life, like you got kids, you got work, you got all the things going on. Well, I don't have work, let's be honest. I'm working 6 minutes tonight. But I'm just saying, for people my age, it's a bit harder to get into the city. So I decided to go out to the regionals and I'm going out to places. Let's see, we've got Castlemaine, Geelong's coming up, Warrnambool, Nunawading.
That's the regional?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just...
Nunawading.
That's a suburb.
It is a suburb.
That's where they shoot
You
neighbours.
What are you doing?
You've overplayed your hand, mate. That's crazy.
CBD.
Looks like you guys have just lost some ratings. Some people have turned off. Nunawading is a beautiful place.
Yes,
I'm also keen to go to anywhere else. So Dave_Thorno, if you want to get on the socials. This has turned into LinkedIn. So
You were talking
See me?
about your stage of life. Well, how is that?
What, being in my 20s? No, I'm in my mid-40s, let's be honest, Kate. And I think I'm at the kind of age where if I sent a nude picture to my partner, that's probably for a mole check. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Hang on, let me check. She's not the mole.
No. Jeez, what have you done to me, Kate? What have you done to me?
Go home at some point.
No, she's a lovely woman who deserves to be on her own toast. But, this is the thing, you're getting older. I did a gig recently, I asked people what their age is in the audience. Like I love doing a bit of that. In your 40s, 30s, 20s, whatever. And this girl put her arm up in the show. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "You didn't ask if there were teenagers in, because I'm 19 years old." And I was like, the confidence of the generation come through. I'm so jealous of. But also, I don't think a 45-year-old man should be on stage going, "Are there any teenagers here?"
Amen.
Good times.
Very, very quickly, Thorno, before we let you get out of here. Now, you have young kids. You're a parent, a father.
Absolutely.
Has it changed since you were a kid?
Yes. I saw a fracas recently at the airport and one kid, he was a teenager, was saying to his dad, because they got into a fight, and he goes, "What are you going to do? Like, you can't hit kids. What are you going to do?" And I was like, if I said that to my dad, like, don't worry about him. My mum would be like, hit him, Peter! And then, wallop, she'd be out, getting a West Coast cooler and watching me drop, you know what I mean? God.
To see
Thorno Show, Nothing's Unpossible are available now. Head to our website for the details, get to the regions and Nuttawading. Would you please thank Dave Thornton?